Snaps, it's Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Minecraft Jurassic World Edition. Today we are going to be going through, that's not what I wanted, where are we? Here we go, there we are. Okay, today we're going to be doing a little bit of work. I've done a bunch of work on the, I guess a bunch might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I've done work on the petting zoo, and we're going to be installing some guys over there today. Pippin was installed last episode. Looks like Robespierre and Fluffy are doing well in here. How's everybody doing here? Robespierre, how's it going? Let's check you out. Just while we're over here, might as well. Not super happy, although we don't have any toys in here, and there's no others of his species. Health's a little low, hunger is good. I guess health's fine. It's only a couple points down. Okay, temperament. This mob will attack other mobs that are close. Interesting. I wonder why parasaurs would be classified as territorial. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, let's get our gear on there. Okay, so, yes, petting zoo. We've got a couple of things that we want to do today in regards to that. So, two of the... Did I take all of those over there already? Darn it, I thought they were still out here. Okay, so we're going to the lab, apparently. But a couple of the things that we want to do is I've got some places slotted out in the petting zoo for some of the creatures we talked about last time. We kind of went through, at the beginning of last episode, kind of my plan for the park and how I intend to lay it out. And by intend to lay it out, I mean, we went through the physical layout of the park here, I guess. We kind of talked about how, you know, so we've been talking about like the front of the park, or the back of the park, and the middle of the park, or whatever. But as we're opening up the top of the park, and especially when this isn't happening super soon, but eventually we will be moving out, like as we finish off the front of the park. Once the front of the park is done, we will probably, like the middle of the park is basically done. There's a couple of things we're going to add, like the ichthyosaur enclosure and stuff, but once we get a couple of these, you know, completely finalized, we are going to move out and probably open up this other section. So we have a couple of balls still in the air, but the west of the park will open up at that point. But, so talking about the layout a little bit, but mostly talking about, okay, so what dinosaurs are in these mods that we have access to us, and can we potentially put in enclosures? And so we kind of laid out, all right, here's all the creatures in the mods, and what sections of the park do we want them to go into. And so we talked a little bit about that last time, and ended up laying out all of the different kinds of creatures that we wanted to put up in the front of the park, as part of the petting zoo that we worked on last episode. So we're going to head over there. In fact, actually, we're going to head into the lab, because that's going to be first. Now, there's still several creatures that we intend to put in the petting zoo that we have yet to find viable DNA for. So, obviously, we're not going to be able to get the place fully populated today, but we do have several creatures that are going to be completely new to the park that we have yet to do anything with. So, some of those being dodos. We don't have any dodos in the park at all. This is the first dodo DNA we've ever had, and ooh, we only have one quagga. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. So we need to spend I probably need to spend some time farming some tar drops. Okay, so get something from Mr. Science Cow here. Borrow a bucket there. Nope, you go there, and let's throw the quagga in that one. Get our bucket. Let's get... Here we are. Let's put a dodo in this one. Is it going? Not sure if it's going or not. Hold on. That bucket of milk. Sometimes the milk is glitchy. Did the bucket? Oh no, it's going. It's going. It's ticking along, just slowly. This one's going slowly. Okay, and we'll put this other one right here, just because it'll be easy to get access to. Hopefully these will not explode on us. Actually, we'll leave the bucket in there. That'll be fine. Hopefully these will not explode on us as these often seem to do. I wish there was a config option to turn that off, but alas. There is not. But, okay, so while those are kind of cooking, let's head over here, and hopefully we'll still be close enough. If not, that'll be fine. We'll just come hang out at the lab in a minute. But I want to take a second and kind of show you guys, as those are going, which creatures we want to put over here. Oh, actually, well, we'll do that when we come back, because those actually move pretty quickly. We do want to, I think it might be a good time for us to hatch another Hypsilophodon, now that Pippin is kind of in place over here. we might as well go ahead. So I laid in all the pens we're going to have, and I started laying in like the paths, or I laid in the pens and I started laying in the path. So we've got the Hypsilophodons over here. The Dryosaurs are also going to be in here because they're basically the same creature, it seems. Like, obviously, in real, like, I didn't research Hypsilophodons and Dryosaurs to determine that, but their models and mannerisms are almost identical. So we're going to have them all in the same pen here. And it's a petting zoo, so I mean, that makes sense. You want creatures that people can get access to and pet, and so they're going to go in there. The quaggas are going to come over here, and they're going to have a slightly larger pen, just because they're horses and things like that. And so we want to give them a little bit of a bigger pen. I put some bales of hay in here. I did, because in most places we ended up using dark oak wood for the fences, I did put that in here originally. But honestly, it just looked weird, and I'm still not super in love with the marble necessarily. One of the things I wanted to ask you guys was, so like over here, we've got Casper just chilling in a pen here, because I actually decided, so we've got the Dryosaurs there, the Henodus is going to be here, the Quagga's there, the Dodo's here, and that kind of left me with some space, because I was originally thinking, well, I'd split up the Hypsilophodons and the Dryosaurs. But honestly, I don't really have a desire to do that, because it just seems like a waste of space. But I was thinking, because we were talking about how, last episode, how only really like smaller, docile, you know, reptiles we have over here. But we've got these dragons, which are tame to us, and which, you know, would be docile and would be great for kids to be able to get on and play with and things like that, that we can park one over here. Now, obviously, I don't really like necessarily I don't want Casper or Coco to be over here because those are our personal friends and mounts and things like that. I've got Casper parked here for demonstration purposes, but I do think we want to hatch another dragon. And it's been a long time since we've hatched dragons, so we're probably going to do that well, we're not going to do that today, but I do want you guys to go ahead and give me your thoughts on which dragon you would like to see. So we've got the ghost dragon, we've got a fire dragon, so Casper's a ghost dragon, Coco is our fire dragon. I think there's also like ice. No, you can get the standard ender dragon. You can get an ice dragon, a grass dragon, a water dragon, an air dragon. I don't remember all the specific types off the top of my head necessarily, but there's a lot of variety. I'll put a link in the description for if you guys want to go check out, like, I think I usually use my friend JC's dragon tutorial. He's got one of the most watched dragon tutorials out there, so it's a good one to go check out. But we've got lots of different varieties available, so I would like you guys to vote, to go check out that if you need to, or if you already kind of have an idea of what dragon are available through the Dragon Mounts mod, let me know what kind of dragon we should hatch, because those take a long time, and there's so many different varieties that I would like to get your guys' input on that. So, lots of varieties out there, go check it out. I'd love to get your guys' input on which dragon we should hatch to put here in the petting zoo. But I wanted to talk to you guys, so I've got a couple different types of fences in here. We've got the standard kind of fence, and then we've got this one which we used last time, and so I'm trying to figure out, like, do we want to do, you know, this type of fence for everything? Does that look better than just, you know, this fence here? I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense for the white if it's got, you know, it makes more sense to use the marble. Oop, and we're stuck. Great. I guess we could probably, because there's marble in it, we can, yeah, okay. But I mean, it might make more sense, since we're using the marble, to do the slated one as opposed to this regular kind. But I mean, I've seen white fences before too, you know, in lots of places, so it just kind of depends. Looks like nighttime's coming, so we'll head over back to the lab. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of creatures installed here. I do want your input on which type of dragon you think we should hatch next. And that will, I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be solely located. We're going to eventually hatch all the different types of dragons, I think, and because we're going to be eventually working on the dragon den back behind the mammoths, but it just depends on what one you want to see next, and we may rotate things out or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily need to be like, okay, this is the one that's going to be stuck here. We can always just randomly switch them out if we desire. Alright, let's see how things are going here. Okay, so we've got a quagga embryo, which is encouraging. We've got a cultivated dodo egg. And let's put that up there. There we are. This is the one we want. Another cultivated dodo egg. Awesome. So my question will be, Are these gonna be like chicken eggs where like you're only gonna get a chance of these coming up? I'm not honestly sure. And crap, one thing I didn't think about. Is it necessary to put a quagga in a horse? Because we don't actually have a horse or a mule or anything at the moment. We should grab, let's get a Pokeball. And let's see if we can't find another mammal around that we can potentially test that theory with. I just thought about that. If I thought about that before the episode, I probably would have tested it and maybe gone and explored and found a horse. Although we still have time, we could potentially jump on Casper here and go see if we can't find a horse to get our quagga going. But we do have cows right here, so let's grab a cow. Trying to attract too many mobs. Let's grab a cow here. Okay, perfect. And let's see if we can hatch our quagga with it. I didn't think about that. No, Pippin! No! He was on the ground there for a second. Okay. Alright, so let's put the cow down. And let's put the... Okay, well, it seemed to take it. Pregnancy. Okay, well the cow's pregnant. Okay, that's encouraging. That's encouraging, so very good. That works. Okay, so now, let's see a little bit of steak. And then we're gonna see. Alright. Okay, well no, the dodos just hatch. So perfect. Okay, so we've got a couple little dodos. Oh my god, look how cute they are. Oh, when they're asleep. Oh, little babies. So cute. Alright, so their hunger is sated, their health is good, they're tiny little babies. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Your hunger's good. Okay, so there we go. We've got a couple of baby dodos. So yeah, I guess question for you guys then, in addition to what kind of dragon would you guys potentially like to see, would be if you've got any name suggestions. So hopefully we got 2 new dodos, and we should have a baby quagga there. While the quagga is gestating, I actually just recalled that when we went back to the lab, I was supposed to get another Hypsilophodon going. So let's go ahead and head back. Let's get another little Hypsilophodon going. We'll get the Mary to our Pippin. Hopefully, I think so. I'm pretty sure Pippin is a male, and so hopefully this next one will be a female. I guess it's not a huge concern. That's the wrong mod. Let's I guess it's not a huge. Okay, so we do have a 100% Hypsilophodon. Fantastic. So let's go over here. Our nutrients look decent. Nope, put that there. Let's get our buckets of water. Here we are. Okay, so let's get this thing going. These generally don't take as long as the fossils and archaeology ones do. So go ahead and do that. That guy will gestate very quickly. Okay, and then next, I wanted to double check the fossils and archaeology ones because I can't recall. Okay, so we've got Deinonychus, Alligator Grower, Plesiosaur, Triceratops, Coelacanths, Pterodons, Confuciusaurus, Brachiosaurus, Leoplerodon, Kylosaurus, Stegos, Moses, Nos, Allos, Sarcos, Spino, Ichus. Okay, so we do have an Ichus. Okay, that's good. Dilo, Compes, Ceratosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, and Gallimimus. Okay, so we don't have any of the Henodus DNA, which we would want for a little reef pool in the petting zoo, and we don't have any of the Dryosaurs yet. Okay, so we can't do that. We do have, like I said, we do have. Yeah, we've got 5 dragon eggs. We can hatch 5 more dragons. We're only going to hatch 1, but I'd like to do that next time. So if you guys can get me your feedback on which dragon you guys would like to see, that would be ideal. Let's check in on our Hypsilophodon. Perfect. That went very well. Okay, so let's head back on out to the petting zoo here. The prehistoric petting zoo. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead. Knowing how long it took the Smilodon to gestate, I think we're going to be okay. I mean, the thing might hatch while we're not there, but I don't know if it's really an issue with like the quaggas and stuff. I don't know if the quaggas are going to be treated, since the update, since the radiation. I don't know if they're going to be treated like normal dinosaur or mod creatures. like the Smilodons are now, or if they're going to continue to be treated like Minecraft mammals. So we'll see there. Let's pop a sleep very quickly. I should have put the bed on a lower level in our tower, but that's okay. I think I anticipated that we would normally be accessing this thing from the top because I would use it to park my dragons and stuff like that, but we don't, unless we're doing longer trips, usually take the dragons around. Maybe once we have more towers, it'll make more sense to kind of go tower to tower or whatever, but, okay. So, heading over to the petting zoo, we can check on our Deinonychus as we head past. I think they're starting to grow up last time I peeked in here. So yeah, we've got, yep, they're starting to grow up, get their feathers going and all that. They're looking good, looking good. All of the creatures are starting to recover from the de-aging process, so starting to get back up to health. Hopefully we won't have to worry out too much about breeding, but we'll see how that ends up playing out. Alright, so we're going to put this little one down there. We'll put some torches. Alright, and let's check on our cow. Oh my gosh, only 20%. Maybe we went out of range. Hurry up, cow. Hurry up. Okay, dodos. How we doing, chickadees? They're so cute. Alright, and they were tamed to us, right? Yes, we are their owner. We've got a female. Oh, I didn't even think about that. So we've got a female here. And... Oop, gotta actually go in the pen. There we go. Got a female there and a female here. So we got two females at present. Okay, so these guys are being treated as, so they're not being treated like chickens. They're being treated like actual prehistoric creatures. So they're gonna have moods and stuff even. So we will need to take that into consideration, and that's something we would want to do anyway. But it's not something I thought about. Is we want to go ahead and get some toys and stuff in here for some of the fossils of archaeology creatures. So we'll want to go grab a scratching post or a ball, probably. Let me see, the hanging log probably not going to work out, and they're tiny little chickens. So that's probably not the most ideal. Would be well, I mean, a ball or something we can do. In fact, do I have... Probably have some on me. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we do have a scratching post, and we've got a white ball. Let's try for the scratching post, I guess. I didn't think about that with the quaggas either, but I'm assuming they'll probably be pretty much the same. I would imagine if they're changing all of these things over, that they'll probably end up wanting to treat all of them like, you know, prehistoric creatures, as opposed to, okay, well, this one looks like a regular horse, and it basically is a regular horse just with a different skin. I'm imagining with all these other changes that they're going to want to go ahead and have... okay, it's ticking along a little bit here. But yeah, so we've got two female dodos. We've got a hopefully a new dragon. So I want to know which type of dragon you guys would like to see. Again, the ones off the top of my head, I know like there's an air dragon, a water dragon, a grass dragon, an ice dragon. The regular Ender Dragon, and there's probably others that I'm not recalling. And if you want further details on that, you can go check out. I'll probably link JSeed's Dragon tutorial. You can go check that out and get further details on the different varieties of dragons that are available. Let's see, how you guys doing? It would be kind of nice if you guys have ever played like Zoo Tycoon. Okay, so happy. Very good. So they like the scratching post. That works out. It would be kind of nice if they'd kind of built in, because there's some instances I need to make some Carpenter gates. There's some instances where you know, the dino will be, you know, it'll have a toy, but it'll still be not fully happy because, well, there's not another one of its species, or the environment is not quite suited for it, or something. And it would be nice if it was like in Zoo Tycoon, like it would tell you, oh, this dinosaur wishes there was more sand, or something like that, or wishes it had another of its kind, or if it you know, it could run something, and so when you looked at it in the book, it would kind of tell you how to better... Oh, our little Hypsilophodon! I totally forgot about it! Looks like we've got another male here, so that's not, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not a big deal. I would have preferred another female, and we could potentially try again at some point. In fact, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's head back to the lab very quickly. and just see if we've got some other DNA that we could potentially run. Because if we can, I guess I would probably want to. I would like to try for a female, and chances are we are going to have other Hypsilophodons. We can transfer this little dude to the extra dimensional holding area, and or just kind of we have a chest of Pokeballs of creatures, which is probably a little more humane than banishing them to the Nether. But I guess in theory. Okay, so we've got no more 100% Hypsilophodons. Okay, we've got several 75% ones. Okay, let's see. Several 50s. Okay, so we've got plenty of Hypsilophodon DNA if we want to try again. And a couple of 25s. Okay, so let's try one more. Let's take this 25. We'll do one of these 75s. DNA's not really the same. Let's see what it comes out to. I haven't done any combinating in a while, so we'll go ahead and do this. We'll try for one more because these guys are pretty quick. There we go. Nutrients are down a little bit. That's okay. We can bump it back up with some steak. Let's get some more water. Just kinda. We are. Do. Cultivation in process. Fantastic. We do need to also, one thing that I forgot, we are going to be going exploring here soon. I'm making plans for an expedition, kind of like looking at maps, figuring out which directions we should go, things like that. Making a plan for an expedition to potentially go see if we can't find our attackers that started all this mess with the dinosaurs changing and everything, and see if we can't potentially figure out where they might be holding Tabasco, Ardilophosaurus, and or Poseidon or Leopleurodon. So I'm making plans for that expedition. That'll be happening soon. But one of the things we also might need to accomplish on that expedition is, it seems that those guys cleaned out our museum while they were at it. So they're distracting us with this explosion, and then they come in and they steal all my artifacts. So I don't know, our Plesiosaur statue, it's a baby. They left the skeletons, but all of our little statues and all of that kind of stuff has been taken as well. So they cleaned us out. They cleaned our clocks. They left some of the banners and things like that. But all of our figurines, all of our pottery, all of that has been taken. So probably as part of that expedition too, maybe we'll find some of that stuff in their stores if we ever find them, and where they're holding our dino friends. Or if not, hopefully we'll find some other sites of archaeological significance on the way. Alright, so this little guy should be, hopefully little girl should be ready to go. Let's head back out to the dig site. Check on our, or not dig site, we're not going to the dig site. The petting zoo, check on our quaggas. It got me confused because we're hatching lots of dinos out here, and normally we hatch those in the dig site. So we'll check on, see if our quagga's doing okay. We'll try for another Hypsilophodon. If we get another male, I don't know. We probably will keep trying for a female, if I'm being honest. So we'll just kind of see how that goes, and we can hold on to these other guys for once we get to the Safari Zone type setup here. Okay, so we'll put you right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just grab this little dude so he doesn't hurt himself with all this jumping. There we go. Hypsilophodon, fantastic. We'll let that egg tick on. Let's see, do we have a quagga yet? You doing your work, little cow? 77%, okay. Alright, so we're gonna stay in the area so that little guy will actually gestate, and we'll see what our little quagga looks like. But, yeah, so hopefully this will be a female. Hopefully. We do have 2 female dodos, and we'll have a quagga too. We'll see if they've got genders attached to them. That would be... Wait, where's my cow? Oh no, cow. Oh no, cow. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Where's my tools pack? They're green. Oh, I forgot to name this materials pack. That's fine. Let's do this. Cow. Cow. Get out of the ground. Out of the ground. I don't want my baby born underground. Stop it. Cow. Did we determine that the gestation doesn't halt when you do this? I think so. All right, let's try this. There we go. Pokeballs fix everything. All right, how we doing? 88%. We're getting so close. We're getting so close. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, I think the Hypsilophodon's gonna hatch first. In fact, I think it may have done so. May have done so already. Okay, so let's get some dirt, and let's go ahead. That. Perfect. All right, let's check on our little Hypsilophodon lady. Maybe. Yes, I actually do think this one's female. It doesn't have all the markings. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. That worked out beautifully. That worked out beautifully. Alrighty, so what we want to plan on doing then is we'll end up naming that one. I think I'm not going to ask for name suggestions on those because whoever it was that suggested we name this Hypsilophodon, the first one, Pippin, kind of set the tone. She's going to be named Mary, and then the two Dryosaurs that we end up. Oh, hey, our Quagga's born! That's exciting. Hold on. Well, we already have a block to get in here, I think, right? Yes. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so there we go. There's our little Quagga. Let's grab this dirt. Waste not, want not. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so it is just going to be treated like a regular Minecraft horse. No happiness or moodiness or genders or any of that. So there we go. That's good to know. Quagga, whose name is a monomonopoeia for the sound it made. How would they possibly? Is an extinct horse that was closely related to the zebra. The two species diverged during the Pleistocene epoch, with quaggas developing a different coat pattern than zebras. They are partially covered by brown and white stripes with a brown body and white. 2.5 meters long. Oh, okay, so they were more recently extinct. Were lively equids, but unfortunately they were easy to kill, which led to their untimely extinction at the hands of humans in 1878. They were prized for their meat, their skins, which were used for trading. Found in South Africa until unfortunately extinct, which probably lived in grasslands and mutually. Interesting. Okay, interesting. And I guess that's partially why Poet complains about some of these things, because you got a creature that's like, okay, well we got dinosaurs, and then we've got a creature that was, died 100 years ago or something. 150 years ago at this point, whatever. But okay, so there we go. There we go. So we've got a Quagga. You can name that guy whatever you would like. We've got two female dodos. We've got a female Hypsilophodon that need names, and then we have the dragon typing that we want to know about. So make sure to leave your ideas in the comments down below, guys. It'll be very exciting to hear from you guys on that. And we will do that naming next time. I guess we don't need a name for the female Hypsilophodon. I already said she's being named Mary, and the two new Dryosaurs are going to be Frodo and Sam. So that'll be good. We'll have a nice little Hobbit pen over there, and that'll make me very, very happy. But yeah, so you guys can name the dodos if you would like. I don't know that. I mean, the dodos in this pen at least will have names. I don't know if every dodo is going to be named because they can kind of mass produce. So I don't know. We'll see. But and if you want to go ahead and submit a name suggestion for whatever dragon, well, no, we'll wait until we hatch the dragon, and then we'll get some name suggestions for those. I don't want to muddy the waters. So we've got a new Quagga in our petting zoo. We're going to get a number more of these. Hopefully I'm going to do some work with the tar drops off camera probably, and we'll get those, see if we can't get some more DNA that way. And then we've got the dodos here and the dragon typing. So thank you guys so much for watching. We've got our petting zoo well populated. Ooh, oh, I meant to do that today. I don't really want to take any more time today though. So probably I'll put it up and we'll take a look at it next episode. But I wanted to get the little feeder in here. And I think I've determined that the Henodus is a herbivore in this mod. So we'll probably have, a couple of grain, wheat feeders or whatever that people can grab, and they can then feed to all the creatures around. And then maybe like right over here we'll have a fish feeder for whichever dragon ends up in the petting zoo. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I'll see you all back here next time. I'm really liking how this is turning out, so I hope you guys are too. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.